On the 17th day of November 1997, a baby who turns now into a young lady full of hope and dreams was born. And yes, that is me. I am Mara Faith C. Ilano, 23 years old, the youngest daughter of Mr. Rafael and Mrs. Marta Ilano. We are living a simple yet blessed life in Imus City, Cavite. Growing up, I was shy, very quiet, and kept my opinions to myself. During my elementary days in Malagasang 2 Elementary School, I was a type of student who is active during class discussions, but every time I went home, the quiet and shy type of me was seen. When I was in high school, I gained my self-esteem gradually. The real side of me came out, a jolly and extrovert person. The opposite of the personality I used to be. My parents worked harder and sent me in a private school. In return, I strived better in terms of academic performance. And fortunately, my passion in playing sports helped my parents in supporting me financially. I became part of the varsity team of our school and had the benefits of the scholarship which lessened my school expenses. I was assigned to be the captain ball of our team because of the potential and leadership that my coaches and teachers saw in me. I graduated as salutatorian and athlete of the year of our batch in Prince Aries Christian School. After the graduation, I lost myself again. I am so confused and pressured on what course should I take for my college. Every time my parents and friends would ask me on what course I was going to take, my answer would be always, I don't know. I'm still undecided, and I will think about that. When the time for admission in college was open at Cavite State University, I decided to enroll together with my parents without the vivid course in my mind. When we arrived in the university, we went to the admission office and filled out the form and wrote down 3 courses: Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Bachelor of Science in Business Management, and Bachelor of Science in Recreational Management are the 3 courses that popped up in my mind. I decided to take up BS Psychology because that was the first course that popped up in my mind, and aside from that, I learned that in this course, you will understand humans' behavior, and I want to understand mine. During my first year in college, I wasn't able to adjust myself in the new environment that I had. The struggles that I faced during that time became my motivation to become better. I changed myself to become the better version of myself. With the numerous motivation entering second year of college, I became an academic scholar until I graduated college. And this scholarship was a big help to me because it lessened my school expenses. But the road going there is rough. First, I need to pass the qualifying exam for psychology before I can continue my 3rd year college. And I am blessed I made it. Before my 4th year, we need to have an internship in the 3 setting, namely clinical, industrial, and educational setting. I rendered my internship in Verlani Foundation, ICOR Recruitment Department, and LPU Guidance and Testing Center respectively. During my OJT days, I saw myself on my chosen profession. After I graduated in college, I don't have any plans to take the board exam anymore. Why? Because I am scared to disappoint my parents and the people who trust me. 3 days after my graduation, I was hired at Hephzibah Academe as guidance personnel. For me, I am contented that I have my job after graduation and did not plan to take the board exam for the psychometrician anymore. But through the encouragement and motivation of my parents, I decided to take the board exam. I have my review while working. At the back of my mind, I have a reason if ever I fail it since I'm working. I am not focused unlike the others who are not working. But I realized my thoughts were wrong, and that kind of perspective will not lead me to success. That's why I changed my mindset. I strived harder and entrusted everything to God and took the board exam. To God be the glory, 9 days after the board exam, my name was included in the list of passers. I am grateful to God, to my parents, to all people who became part of my RPM journey. The experiences that I had in my first employer became my foundation on where I am right now. On my second year, I was entrusted by God and the management to handle students. Though I never saw myself teaching and handling class, it was tough yet challenging for me because I don't have any experiences in teaching except for being a Sunday school teacher in our church. As time passed by, I learned to love what I am doing, teaching. The willingness and excitement to teach students became my passion. And until now, I am very excited day by day to see and teach my students. It's been 2 years of teaching and yet it is very fulfilling. What I've learned in my experience as a teacher is that teachers don't just teach, they touch the lives of many. Though, there are a lot of people who are asking me, why are you staying at your job? And there were times that I also asked myself that question. People will say to me, there are a lot of opportunities outside your workplace. Then I realized that the fulfillment of teaching kids is the reason why I chose to stay over the years. I was tested during this pandemic. There are many realizations that hit me. There are many what-ifs in my mind. But my greatest realization was, I am so blessed that I still have my job. That's why I am so grateful where I am now. The opportunity to work and teach students during pandemic is a blessing. I always give my 101% in teaching my students because seeing them learning and the feedbacks from their parents make it worth it. Until now, I am very happy with what I am doing. And I feel so blessed with the management who gives me their trust. On my 3rd year of being employee, I am grateful to God for having my promotion as an OIC for academic department. It is so humbling and yet fulfilling that my superiors can see the potential that God bestowed to me. One thing I am learning is to become a servant leader to my colleagues and let the same spirit flow to the students that I am handling. Even though I am working, I never forget my commitment to God and committed myself to His ministries. As a Sunday school teacher, as part of the dance ministry, as a youth leader, as part of the finance department, and as an MC during our church service. I am very grateful to God for giving me promotions and for giving me the talents that I had where I can use it for His glory alone. To God be all the glory. Thank you and God bless us all. Just
believe in Him shall not perish, but have everlasting life. Okay kids, yan ang ating memory verse sa araw na ito.